Hello, everybody. Tommy here again. I got asked a question the other day. How do you get around a really big cap on a post? And I told him with build out, which is fixed screen material, and he didn't quite understand. So we went into in-depth conversation about it. So I wanted to do a video today to show that. A couple of ways you can fill in a smaller area. Maybe it's too big just to put one piece of 2x2 inside of a receiving channel up against a post, or run a 2x2 from the beam above to the floor up against the cap and then fill in everything around that. There's a couple of different ways that I've heard some dealers do it, ways I recommend, and then a couple of other ways that I guess I've put together some ideas on how we can do that. Let me turn this around and we can talk about it real quick. Okay, so what I have done here is I created a post, so to speak, that has faux brick, just for the look of it. This has a cap at the top. This is one way. So I actually ran a 2x2 from let's say there's a beam up there on top, and you would put a piece of receiving channel at the top so you could slide your 2x2 into it, that some people call a post, and then you can fill in the sides the same way. So you're going to run a piece of receiving channel across the top where the beam is, down the post, across the top of the cap, and then you're going to fill it in with 2x2. Now what I did here was a piece of L bracket or a piece of angle, just to hold the post in place. And then you're going to have this area down here that you need to fill in, and you can fill that in with a piece of receiving channel, just like this here. So this is another area that's kind of mocked up to show if you were to stack, say, a couple of pieces of 2x2 up against each other. I just don't like these lines like this. So another way to do this is you can take a piece of lap beam, which lap beam is what is over the top of swimming pools, the screens, lanais, pool cages, bird cages, whatever people call them these days. So this actually goes together with a screw on both sides. They have teeth that holds it together. It's very strong. I mean, I can run a 24-foot piece across and hang from it, hang a shade. So what you can do also is take this and slide this inside, and now you have a section. Let me slide around over here. Now you have a section that comes all the way out flush with the edge here. If you do the other way I was showing you here with the 2x2, this has a spline groove here. So you can roll your fabric in here, and now you have a very small screen panel that you roll fabric into. But you have to be sure that you get the correct spline based on the correct fabric that you are using. So again, one of my other videos that I talk about this, fiberglass screen. Fiberglass screen uses a 305 or 310 spline, where solar screen, which would be anything from Tough Screen, the Nanos, from Twitchell, the Vision Techs, any of the Suntex, even the Privacy Screen, the new one that just came out, which is a 99.98% or something like that. It's almost like blackout. That uses a 285 or 290 spline. It's a little bit thinner to be able to hold that thicker fabric in there. And again, these are a couple of options that you can use. And groove, it's right here, and then your fabric would go across. And then you would have just a small panel that would be there that would match the shade that you're running up against here, and you would run between here and the other post. If it's a cap or the house, you would actually be using, say, a between jam or an inside mount. Inside mount meaning you're mounting inside of two surfaces. Between jam meaning you're mounting between two jams. And that's where you would take your deductions and however your tracks are mounting, whether it's one that you have the ability of screwing through the inside of the track to this, or if it's one that you use an L bracket to give you a flat surface to mount the track to. I don't recommend mounting the track directly to the face of this because it will cover up your spline groove or might not give you enough room, but then you're still going to have your track, depending on what width it is, sticking into the opening. But it's all about the look that you're trying to achieve. Hopefully this helps somebody trying to figure out their project. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in the area below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you and have a great day.